the Immortals as the yellow side, starting down south. Their opponents, of course, Anubis Empire as the blue team starting up north. And yes, as expected, well, yeah, it's pretty much all heavies once again. But considering the map and considering both teams, definitely not a surprise.
Yeah, and I believe it's actually a similar setup to what we saw on the first on Himmelsdorf as well, except I think maybe a couple tanks are different actually. Anubis going with one less AMX 50 first of all, and they actually traded that for T32. So yeah,
Yes,
only one difference actually.
Yeah, you still have got like it's quite systematic when it comes to the Immortals. Kitan and Savange like always roll out, almost systematically roll out with that AMX 5100.
Yep.
So they're still sticking to the strategy. It's been paying off for them. Like well, not in terms of the scoreboard, but in terms of efficiency, they definitely have been there for their teammates. So,
oh, but look at this, an early push coming out from the Immortals. They have pushed up more towards the northern edge of the map.
Well, we've got Iron Buzz and his eyes squatting that window.
Yeah.
That's like pretty much a sniper's delight, especially for this tank. But you know, last time we saw a push like this, you gotta watch out for the railroad. Because last time I can't remember who it was, but I think it was Efficiency that just cut down like straight down the railroad and actually just got a really sneaky sort of flanking attack on the team, like squatting like that trapeze kind of looking apartment complex. But this time around, they did leave like one of the MX-50s to the railroad.
Yeah, so definitely it's going to provide some cover fire.
Yeah, exactly. So definitely they did their homework and they found a weak spot, and now it's looking really mighty solid, if you ask me.
Yeah, definitely.
T1 goes down, so that's courtesy of Vatsuoga, who took out the first scout to the eastern forest when it comes to the Immortals. So a wee bit of vision denied, but then again, they had like both their T1s that almost stuck together.
Those T1s,
which I don't think is that wise, actually.
I mean, it could be like a juke where they're tricking the opponents into thinking they only sent one of their T1s, where in fact they sent two. So
quite possibly
now Nunu was maybe thinking that the Immortals have absolutely no vision on the eastern side, whereas the fact of the matter is they actually do. So I mean, maybe like the T1 mind games coming out for this set, but
quite possibly. I'd love to get a closer look as to where the Anubis tanks are.
Yeah, and the other reason why I think they sent both their T1s to the eastern side is because all their tanks are covering the rest of the map, so they have no real. I mean, although of course if those T1s are alive, I mean they'll be helpful, but I mean, vision is key.
Vision
especially
key,
on Ensk as well. I mean, vision is the most important thing right now. And that T1 is, I think, better off over there on the northeastern front for just in case a push happens, instead of on the front lines where all it'll do is just die in one shot.
Yes, indeed. And we've got Savange and Kitan actually both towards that trapezoid like apartment complex. I'm taking a look at Anubis's defense. Well, you know what? Honestly, every single set they've done the same thing. They pretty much like squatted their starting position on the cover and just waited the entire time. I mean, that's really a deja vu from set number 1 and set number 2. And if we go to a 4th set, probably set number 4 as well. Like, I'm not really too fond of what they're doing in terms of because I know for a fact that Anubis like can be sometimes aggressive and really just roll out. But because they're facing the Immortals, they know that they might not just be able to just physically bully their way through, because their opponents also all feature like heavy tanks, so they're not even daring to do that. Like, it's a more than conservative like a spread here. It's almost impossible to tackle. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, I mean, really, I have to completely agree with you there. I mean, Anubis, they have been quite passive, even in the past previous 2 sets, really waiting for the Immortals to make the first move, and just Anubis just I mean, taking the easy road and just playing the reactive game where they just defend against a pushing team.
And they even like retreated their T1 right now. So basically, like all their tanks, all 7 tanks are forming a line pretty much, and they're just sticking to it.
Yep. And Gunner was spotted there.
Yeah, so was Grin. Like, basically, like, they know Iron Buzz is on that window.
Yep, same with Iron Buzz. Oh, Iron Buzz taking out a T1, so it is tied up right now. Both teams losing a T1 apiece. So, yeah, still not able to decide the matchup just yet. And no tier 8s have actually taken damage as well. So
yeah, exactly.
Unless, honestly, judging by how the past 2 sets went, it's probably going to go in a similar fashion where the Immortals wait to about the 2 or 3 minute mark, and then that's when they go in for the push. And then if it doesn't work out, which honestly, if they push into this lineup coming out from Anubis, they're probably going to lose.
Not if they commit to the railroad. Not if they commit to the railroad. However, the railroad is being covered by the T1, so they would be spotted like before they can actually get there. If they are to hope for any kind of push, they need to take out that second T1.
Yep,
no matter what, they really do, and they have to. They need to have like a somewhat of a presence close to the enemy base just to start a capture, perhaps. I mean, that's their only option. Well, they're on the move right now.
Anubis could be going for a push as well.
So Anubis like on the move towards the western front, whereas their opponents, you can't see it on screen right now, but yes, the Immortals are regrouping as well and probably are going to head for the railroad. It looks like they're going to do it. It really does look like they're going to win, and you can look at that Unreal Rogue with his KB5 slowly creeping up the railroad pretty much, whereas the Anubis tanks are creeping down.
They could be going for. They could be trying to flank each other.
Yeah, they're
right around this corner.
Indeed, they're definitely just gonna.
Once they go into the square,
actually, they're gonna get a really nasty surprise.
But the Immortal members are actually on the other side.
I know, which is why they're like, okay, where are these guys? They have been spotted now. They have been spotted now. Vatsuga here, Vigor Knight. Yeah, Vatsuga taking some damage here. Vatsuga taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, he did. He took about like at least 2 shots right there. Taken down to about 1,000 health. Whereas the Immortal members, they are going to try and engage this. They are pushing in. They have the KB5 plus another tank over there on the railway, so it could prove to be really beneficial.
Indeed, it's a great spread coming from the Immortals. Now execution is key, but like look at that Unreal and Calentini taking a lot of punishment. This is a massive push. It's a 3-on-2. Iron Boss here, like leading the troops here. He's taking plenty of punishment, but Calentini goes down. Zelda Duck is next. That's 2 heavy tanks down for Anubis, and I gotta say, it's very well deserved.
Yeah, definitely. So Anubis is in a really tough situation right now. They lost 2 of their T8s. They do manage to take down Unreal Rogue there.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it, because look at PNL is still at full health.
Actually, if they can take out Vatsuga, then maybe they can come back from this. No, actually, excuse me. No, if Vatsuga goes down,
so
then
it's still like a 4-on-2. This set is definitely gonna go the Immortals' way, and it's most deserved.
Yeah, most definitely. So it's 2 IS-3 versus and 2 AMX-50s plus an IS-3. So,
exactly.
I mean, really, there's
one of the MX-50s is quite low though, but if they're careful, they should be able to nail this, because their autoloader should be ready right now. So Iron Buzz has to stay alive long enough here. Pretty much, he's just got to stay alive a little bit. Once Gunner goes down, this game over.
And the base capture is happening. I mean, Heinz Linderman is right behind them, trying to capture the base, but there's really nothing that either Vagrant Knight or Zelda could have done there.
Exactly, and Savant and Kitan still have like both their autoloaders. This is game over, so yeah, a great third set to play.